Hello everybody and welcome back to Hearts of Iron, where we are currently attempting to hold Corfu. I don't expect this to actually work. We'll see if they let this happen, but I expect all of these Marines to get stack wiped. Which means, of course, that we should be recruiting more Marines. So I'm going to do that. We're going to bring this up to actually 24 divisions of Marine. I'm not going to have that many probably actually do this invasion. We're probably going to invade multiple locations at the same time, but that'll do for now. I do expect to lose Corfu here. Let's see what happens. We've already had one Marine unit get stack wiped very early on, and that's not a good sign. They're just continually attacking here. There goes another. And we don't have an opportunity to build here because they just constantly attack. What we need is to be able to build. But they're not going to let that happen. And I suspect that we're going to get kicked out of here pretty quickly. Yeah. This is not terribly surprising at this moment. So you can see these guys are preparing their invasion, and these guys, they're just not going to exist for very much longer. So that's absolutely fine. And what we're going to do is we're going to prepare like a bunch of invasions, is the idea. So we need to get these Marines fully trained first. That's mission number one. And we need to have a lot more places that we're pressuring these guys at. So unfortunately, we're just not going to get any construction here whatsoever done. We're not going to be able to build any land forts. We're not going to be able to build any naval bases. And this is honestly expected. With how many troops they had positioned right across the way here, I'm not surprised that they just constantly attack here and we get kicked out. So that's deeply unsurprising. They take that. The question is, how many troops do they garrison it with now? Do they spread out their forces enough that we can safely attack across this entire front? Potentially. We will see. We also will need to invade here, and we'll need to invade here. So that's absolutely understood. We are going to have a sea zone change here, but we don't necessarily care about that right now. So that's fine. It's not surprising that those units all died there. It really, really isn't. Unfortunately, we have no other route to go in here. So we just have to try that again. And the question is, how long before these Marines are done? They are going to be completed on 9 January. Okay. In the meantime, we could start working on fabricating on the Ottoman Empire. That seems fine. So let's go ahead and take all of that for our claims. And we'll get that fabrication underway. It's not like we're going to have a hard time taking over the Ottoman Empire, right? So that's absolutely fine. This invasion over here is going to be complicated. And if this is going to be delayed, then here's what no, this is fine. I'm going to leave this here. Okay. So that seems good. And we're going to be doing, we've got 24 units. We're going to be doing 4 separate invasions over here. So that's going to end up being 24 divided by 4, which is what, 6? Yeah, so these are going to be armies of 6. That's fine. I'm completely okay with that. So we've got these armored divisions over here. Do we have a home for them? Yes. Those are infantry. Hang on. No, we don't have a home for them. They're going to go out over here into a reserve for right now. We've got these infantry, and we do have a home for them. They're going to go there. Okay. So that seems good, and I'm going to cut our recruitment at this time of tanks down to 4, and I'm going to do the same with infantry. There we go. So we're going to cut that recruitment down. That seems good, and that will, of course, boost up our manpower somewhat. But yeah, you can see just how much they decided to put in each of these locations. So they've split their forces somewhat, and the question is, are we going to be able to get in over here? So I'm going to grab every single one of our navies here. And we're going to have all of them just come down over here. I want to remove locations from everywhere else that the navies have. I think that's it. So all of our forces are going to be coming in over here to this singular location. These guys, they are going to go on naval invasion support. Everyone else, they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. So these guys are going to go on patrol, actually. There we go. So that seems fine for now. But we do need to get our Marines done. Now, we're not focusing on this up here just yet. We'll get there. So that seems good for now. We'll get this taken over for sure, almost certainly. As far as these go, if we get a landing position in any of that, that'd be fantastic. Now, did anyone guarantee this? The independence of the Ottoman Empire is guaranteed by Z16. Is that these guys? Yeah, it is. We don't care. So we're going to go ahead and declare this then. So we would fight Z16, but we're already fighting Z16. So why would we care? We're going to come in here, and I'm going to tell our tank group up over here that their goal is to just offensive line straight to here, like this. I'm going to tell these guys that their goal is to just offensive line straight up like this. And then these guys, they're just going to wander right on in. Perfect. The Ottoman Empire already lost. So it's over. There we go. They capitulated. And that's absolutely fine. Next, I'm going to have these tanks frontline right around here. And we'll work on cleaning these up next. So we'll justify a war goal out over here. And these guys are guaranteeing the independence of Zabulistan. I don't care. They're actually fighting Scandinavia, awkwardly enough. Okay, sure. Well, that's fine. So it's November right now, and we need to get these Marines finished up. There's no location set at this moment. We'll just put them back over here. That's okay. So we know that these guys are going to be done on 12 January. 13 January now. So that's absolutely fine. No problem there. And the real question is, are we going to be able to take any of these positions? Well, maybe. Oh, these guys all abandoned this for some reason. Did they actually execute it? I think they tried to execute this. Okay. Well, they shouldn't have tried to execute it for sure. Don't do that. Just prepare it. Just be prepared. For now, that's fine. So out over this direction, we've got these guys, which I'm going to put into kind of a reserve out over this way so that they don't take too much attrition. That'll be fine. And then these guys, I'm going to put them into a reserve up over this way as well. Once again, the goal behind doing this is to just spread them out and get them to not take, like, ludicrous amounts of attrition. Some attrition is probably fine. Okay, there we go. I don't think they were taking much attrition down here as it was, but I just want to get them spread out. So that looks good for the moment. We'll just get them to doing something. And as far as these tanks go here, their goal, of course, is just going to be to offensive line to whatever. Just attack. That's the only goal. The plan of attack is attack. I don't care what. It really doesn't matter here. So that seems good, and the real question now is, how are these invasions going to go? I suspect we will get this. I suspect we will not get this, and we may or may not get these. These have coastal forts. This doesn't, intriguingly. So that's going to be very interesting indeed. Well, we're just waiting at this point until our Marines are present. So that will be absolutely fine. And of course, until this justification is finished, which shouldn't take very long, actually. Yeah, it's almost done. 5 more days on that. So that sounds good. We'll get this taken care of. No problem whatsoever. Then we can maybe start thinking about cleaning up some of these guys out over here, would be the idea. But what do we got for Ephesus? Any problems here? No, not really. They're guaranteed by Golden Horde. Golden Horde doesn't exist, so that sounds good. Cool. So this war is going to be declared immediately. We just finished up that justification. And in we go. Just get in here, guys. Seriously, just get in. Cool. So that war is over. And they have capitulated. Perfect. Next up, we're going to have these guys head on over to Ephesus and Z09. The real problem here is that this is split into 2 areas. So I'm going to grab these 3 and, well, really this would need to be a separate army group, wouldn't it? Well, no, what we can do is we can set up a line like this, and then we can just assign them like that. Although I want 3 down here and 2 over here. That'll be fine. So we can start justifying on Ephesus at this moment. Golden Horde has called Thrace as our enemy. Interesting. Thrace is right up over here. This army is pretty close, and I'm going to get them right up over this way, and we're going to offensive line like that. Okay, so we'll get them up there. They'll be there pretty quickly. They've called in Herat now as well. I think Herat doesn't exist anymore, right? I'm pretty certain that Herat does not exist. Yeah, Herat does not exist. So that's okay. No problem there. Hamadan does not exist. Cool. Greater Bashkiria doesn't exist. We know that. Just get in here, knock Thrace out of this war. There we go. So Thrace is out of the war. They should capitulate momentarily. And I want these guys to just come on down over here. Perfect. Unless Thrace has more territory that I don't know about. I don't think so. They haven't capitulated yet, though, which is mildly awkward. Well, for the moment, we're going to keep doing what we're doing. It's absolutely fine. So we do have our Marines, I think, or we should very shortly. Okay, there they are. Perfect. So I'm going to divide this up into 4 armies. So I'm going to do 1, and then we're going to select half of those. 2, and then we're going to select half of those. 3, and then we're going to select half of these. And this is going to be 4. So this is very awkward, the way that this is set up right now, but I'm just going to move these into an army group just for the ability to be able to, like, see them properly. So that's okay, and then I want these guys to start planning a naval invasion from here to Corfu. I want these to start planning a naval invasion from here to Arda. I want these to start planning a naval invasion from Cosenza to wherever this is. I don't actually know the name of this location, but I want them there. And then I want to start planning a naval invasion from Cosenza to here. I only expect one of these to actually work, but we'll see. We will see. Actually, did I just see that they only had 1 on Corfu? Maybe. Interesting. Okay, so we're going to be launching this eventually, but we need to let all these prepare. So that'll be 31 days. That's fine. Ephesus is going to fall very shortly, and I don't think Thrace exists anywhere else. Are they capitulated in here? Okay, they are capitulated. So we've got Ionian Islands, Z16, and that's it. And a non-aggression pact request from Scandinavia. Actually, that's fine. I'm okay with that for now. We'll break it later, but that's fine. Scandinavia wants docking rights. I'll give them that too. We're pretty friendly with Scandinavia. I just don't want to join their faction. So that's fine for the moment. And all of these guys are going to be arriving up over here shortly, and their preparations will be done in just 20 days at this moment. So that looks good. Now the question, of course, is what is going to end up happening with this invasion? I don't see anyone on Corfu right now, for the record. And potentially no one here, but we know they have a unit here, and they can't actually leave here, can they? Oh, there is a naval base here, apparently. Okay, there is 1 unit here. I don't see anyone on Corfu. So that's absolutely noted. This is going to be basically the same problem that we had before. The major difference is that we have forces that are going to be attacking these areas and tying down their troops for a little while. Will it be long enough? Probably not. So that's understood. We've got these infantry here, and they are absolutely going to be going into an infantry reserve at this moment. So that sounds good. And yeah, that's these guys up over here. Cool. So I don't expect to get too much out of this operation. This is going to be... We're probably going to throw a bunch of lives away here for nothing. But we have to try. We have to try something, right? So that's understood. We've got a few more days on this, 13 days. And these guys, they're ready to go. So we're going to need to wait on this. But then we're going to be ready. We've got 10 days. Beautiful. So we'll see what happens here. Again, I don't expect to get much on the mainland here. The dream scenario here is that we take Corfu and we manage to fortify it and get a naval base on it. I doubt they'll let us do that. We might be able to build a level of fortification or two, but I highly doubt they'll let us get a naval base built. But that would be the dream. So we're 87, 88, and 89. If this doesn't work, I do have a backup plan. So we'll see what happens with this first. So I'm going to launch all of these naval invasions simultaneously. And out we go. Again, I don't expect to win these mainland attacks. Okay, we're on Corfu, and that means we immediately have to begin building land forts here, and we have to immediately begin building naval bases here. We have to have this last until this battle. Okay, they immediately attack us despite the ongoing battle here. That's awkward. That's very awkward. So we've managed to take this location, and I'm not sure... Are we... Where is this attack? I don't know what's going on there. Is that a naval battle? No. What are we losing here? I guess that's this attack? Awkwardly placed. Okay. So again, the dream scenario was that we'd be able to build defenses here, but they were actually able to attack us despite us attacking them, which was very awkward indeed. Very, very, very awkward. So these guys are currently here. These guys are here. I want them to prepare to launch this again. Once again, I expect the units that are on Corfu are probably going to end up getting stack wiped. So we should definitely do recruitment of 6 additional Marines. We don't actually need 24. I'm going to recruit 6 at a time. So we're going to do something like this. Awkward the way that this moves, but okay. There we go. So we're going to recruit 6 Marine divisions, and I'm going to change the move order, or rather the naval invasion order over here. So this is going to end up being a naval invasion order from here to Arda with all of these divisions. They're not going to execute this yet. Okay, now the rest of these forces, we're still trying this naval invasion over here, apparently. That's fine. The rest of these forces are going to forget about their current invasion plans. They are going to absolutely delete these like that. Corfu holding would be the dream. I don't anticipate that happening, and that's absolutely fine. So what we need now is for these guys to actually merge together. So we're going to merge together all of these forces like this. This is now 18. And we are going to lose these units up over here. That's expected. We're going to prepare a naval invasion from Cosenza to Arda, like this. All of these forces are intended to tie down Arda at this moment. Have we managed to get any level of construction here at all? No. They've given us 0 days of construction time. Understood. So we just need to be able to hold that. So the idea here is that we're going to focus our attack here, hopefully tying them down. And after this attack has started, we're going to move in an additional unit of Marines to Corfu. That's the goal here. To that end, I'm actually going to add in 12 additional divisions, or rather 6 additional divisions of Marines. So these guys are going to get stack wiped. There's nothing we can do about that. How much manpower do these guys even have? 658k? That's going to take a long time to whittle down. Okay. That's going to take a very long time to whittle down. So we don't really want to go that route. Understood. But they're doing the same thing here. So all we need is enough time, right? That's all we need is a little bit of time. So my goal here is to land 24 divisions here. And these 17, which I'm actually going to loot these here, and those are going to go into here. Bring that up to 21. So that's fine. And this is going to take time to prepare all of this. That's understood. So that's going to be rough to get in there for sure, but the idea here is we land a separate invasion on Corfu. These guys tie down these forces for hopefully long enough for us to dig in on Corfu. Once we're dug in on Corfu, then we can start thinking about pushing in this direction. But this is a very tough nut to crack. A very, very tough nut to crack. So we've got these armored units here. They're going to go here in our reserve. That's absolutely fine for right now. And the next question is, how long before these Marines are ready to go? Well, it's going to be a little bit yet, because I want these to be ready as well. We're going to be launching a full 24 and 24 invasion here. So 48 divisions are going to be committed to landing on this one spot. That's a lot. And then we're going to have 6 divisions try to sneak into Corfu. While these are tying them up, theoretically, we build here. But we did see that they were able to attack while being attacked, which is wild. I don't think they're supposed to be able to do that, but okay, sure. We'll see if this works. Should be very interesting. It'll be dicey, though. We basically just need to keep trying this until it works. I don't see another route other than nuking them. We could nuke them. We could. It's a theoretical option. You know, I think I'm going to do it. So we're going to hop in here. We're going to need to get some strategic bombers going here of some sort. Do they need to be great strategic bombers? Not really, but we could go for a intercontinental bomber here. That'll be fine. And we don't need a lot of factories on this, but this is resources that we have plenty of. So we can put a decent number of resources into this, and we can start producing a good number of these. Like, I mean, that's eating up all of our rubber. Maybe not do that. And all of our aluminum as well. But if we were to sit about here, maybe even about here. Yeah, about here. We can start putting together a good number of intercontinental bombers, which would allow us to start doing some nuclear raids out over here. So that would probably be exactly the kind of thing we'd want to do, right? So a nuclear raid out over here, we don't have enough strategic bombers, but that's fine. We will have them very shortly. So I think we soften them up with nukes. We hit them with 48 divisions right in their capital. We take Corfu. What are they going to do about it? We need the nuclear raid to work first, but that'll require preparation time. So that seems good. We need to get these divisions ready to go. So these divisions are going to be ready on 8 August. Noted. We don't necessarily need this to be a full 24 if we're going to nuke first. I think nuke first is the way. I really do. So we need to prepare that, and that of course means that we need to have enough strategic bombers. Strategic bomber models times 10. So how many do we have right now? We have 26. Maybe we just need to position them out here? Probably. So let's go ahead and bring in some... Okay, this is going to be obnoxious. Let's see. Intercontinental bombers. You'll do. So we'll get these in here. There we go. And now that they're positioned here, is that going to do the trick? Yes. Beautiful. So now we can start prepping a thermonuclear strike, which is exactly what we're going to want to do. So we've got the intercontinental bombers here. They can launch from Apulia. That's absolutely fine. We've only got a 28% chance of success. Let's go for high risk taking. This is fine. That brings us up to 43. So we'll create this raid, and it'll take 30 days to prepare. That's absolutely fine. It will take us longer than that to be ready ourselves. Where are these guys? They should be assigned here. Okay. Go on over there. Perfect. So that looks fine, but it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to see about getting these guys dislodged. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, Dark Horse, Ethan Feldman, Upper Cumberland Gamers, Nick Smarty, Punching the Microphone, The Lounge, STL, Spock, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.